Have you ever wanted to resign from a job because the leader is just so freaking bad? He rarely comes to work, grumpy, and always relies on someone to complete his task. I wish I had 10 minutes to talk to him about the characteristic of a good leader. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To the ladies and gentlemen, and to the honorable judges, good day to you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rizina from Aisyiyah Bandung University. It is a privilege to stand before you today to discuss a topic that holds immense importance in today's rapidly changing world. Before we start, have you ever found some cases like mine? As a Gen Z, we used to stress out about our misaligned leader, or old-fashioned leader, or even a really bad leader. But have you ever thought about the characteristic of leaders needed to face the challenges of this era? Today, we are faced with complex and fast-changing challenges, such as globalization, technological advancement, mental health issues, social inequality, and increasingly complex political dynamics demand changes in the way we view and practice leadership. A leader must not only be able to carry out administrative tasks, but also be a visionary figure who is able to bring positive changes in the society. It is very discouraging to find leaders who have no plans for the future or even run away from the work. Today's young generation has tremendous potential to bring positive change to the world. But, however, to be an effective leader, the younger generation needs to first, we have to have a high sense of responsibility. Future leaders must have a high sense of responsibility towards society and the environment. They must be ready to take an action and make difficult decisions. And the second is dare to take risk. Fear of failure often prevents people from reaching their full potential. Future leaders must be willing to take risks and learn from the mistakes. The third is have a growth mindset. Successful leaders always have a growth mindset. They believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. And the fourth is ability to think critically. In the face of the complexity of today's world problems, the ability to think critically is very important. Future leaders must be able to analyze information, evaluate alternatives, and make rational decisions. And the last but not least is have integrity. Trust is the foundation of strong leadership. Leaders must have high integrity and always act in accordance with the value they believe in. Okay, let me highlight a few examples of leaders who embody the characteristics that are critical for today's challenges. First, we have Khalifah Umar bin Khattab radhiyallahu anhu, who was well known for his deep sense of responsibility towards the welfare of his people. One of Umar's famous quotes is, "If a donkey dies on the street of Baghdad, I fear Allah will hold me responsible for why I didn't repair its path." This shows that Umar felt responsible even for small things that might impact the lives of his people. As a leader, he often walked at night to see firsthand the condition of the people, listen to their grievances, and ensure that every individual under his rule was treated fairly. In addition, Umar dared to make administrative reforms that were risky at the time, such as introducing a salary system for soldiers and state officials and establishing a fairer distribution of land and taxes. His leadership is recognized as one of the most just and effective in Islamic history, and the value he demonstrated remain an inspiration for leaders in the modern era. These historical figures teach us key lessons in the leadership that remains highly relevant in addressing today's challenges. The first is a sense of responsibility. As demonstrated by Umar bin Khattab, leaders must act with fairness and take responsibility for the welfare of all people under their care. And the second is dare to take risk. The changes Umar made were not trivial and had never existed before. So there will be a lot of people who wonder or may even oppose the decision. To the ladies and gentlemen, as we look to the future, we place great hope in the next generation of leaders. They will inherit a world of complexities, but they also possess the tools and knowledge to drive meaningful change. With more exposure to global issues, access to education, and digital platforms to create movement, today's youth are already showing signs becoming the empathetic, adaptable, and resilient leaders we need to face the challenging of the world. Considered the young climate activist Greta Thunberg at just 16 years old, she addressed world leaders with passion and urgency, demanding accountability for climate change. She has shown that leadership is not only about age, but about courage, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to a cause. Greta represents the kind of bold, visionary leadership we hope to see in the future. In conclusion, the challenges we face today require leaders with a unique blend of empathy, adaptability, resilience, and integrity. The case studies of Umar bin Khattab demonstrate how these qualities are not only necessary but effective in creating positive change. As we look ahead, our hope lies in developing this trait in the next generation of leaders. If we guide and empower them, I'm really confident they will lead us towards a more sustainable and more united future. Let us continue to learn in order to create quality leaders for the future. Thank you for your attention, and may we all strive to lead with purpose and integrity. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.